I feel like mindless scrolling has become the disease of the century. We reach for our phones without thinking, and before we know it, we have spent so much time scrolling and absorbing countless unempowering messages without realizing it. We mostly scroll because we are avoiding some uncomfortable emotions. It may be anxiety, it may be loneliness, or it may be just boredom. And sometimes we scroll because we look for a dopamine hit from something interesting and new. But the more we scroll, the more disconnected we become from our emotions and ourselves. Two things have been saving me from that. One is my breath and reset technique, and the other one is my journal. Other than being a great replacement for scrolling, my journal has been helping me to find myself back, to reconnect with myself. The self that gets buried under the noise of all these distractions, overstimulations, and endless overthinking. Some years ago, when I started journaling, I hesitated because I thought I wasn't a good writer and I couldn't journal. But journaling doesn't need you to be a good writer. But I also thought that I doubted that writing down my thoughts and emotions would make any difference. I even thought that writing them down may make me even feel worse. But then I realized that keeping my thoughts in my head all the time is not going to help, and those thoughts are still affecting me. And the same goes with my emotions. Ignoring my emotions doesn't make them disappear. They are still in my body and affecting me. And actually writing them down on my journal gave me the opportunity to see them, to observe them, to see all those mental and emotional patterns that were running my life without my conscious awareness. And I got to process them in the healthiest way possible and find myself. Because when I'm not so trapped in my thoughts and emotions, I can remember more and more who I am. I can see the self beyond those patterns. So now I keep my journal next to me throughout the day and before I go to bed. I don't write about daily events, what happened, like a diary or anything like that. I mostly write about what I think and how I feel about anything that happens inside and outside of me. And this has been helping me more and more remember who I am. Beyond being a great replacement for mindless scrolling, journaling is a way back to yourself. It helps you reconnect with yourself and transforms you and your life in ways that you wouldn't expect. At least I didn't expect. And here are the ways that it has been helping me. First, it reconnects you with you and your soul. Modern life moves fast, and daily demands drown out our inner voice. Sometimes we don't even realize that we have lost touch with ourselves until we spend some time alone. And journaling creates that opportunity for you to hear your inner voice, to find out who you really are. Journaling helps you accept the parts of you that you usually hide. If you write without censoring anything and with honesty, you will get to see your dark side, the anger, the resentment, the things that you would never say out loud, or the qualities that you would never want anybody else to see. The things you secretly wish for, but you keep buried out of fear of judgment, like wishing someone who hurt you would disappear. Journaling doesn't just reveal those parts of you, it gives you a space to accept them. And nothing transforms you and your life more than true self acceptance. It opens the door to all blessings. It reveals hidden patterns in your thoughts and emotions. So much of what influences us happens on autopilot and in unconscious level. Journaling makes unconscious conscious. It gives you the opportunity to see what is going on beneath the surface, what is creating so much problems in your life. And it shows you why you do what you do and why you feel the way you feel. It releases emotions before they build up inside you. The emotions that we don't process don't just disappear, they stay in our body and can even lead to physical illnesses. When I feel overwhelming sadness, I just write on my journal and I cry. Or sometimes when I remember because of something that triggers me, I remember a trauma, I write everything I can remember about that trauma and just let myself feel all those emotions when I am writing. And then it's just like the burden is being lifted and I feel lighter right after. Journaling helps you know your needs and your preferences. When you consistently write, you get to know your needs and your preferences. You also would know which activities, which relationships, or which environments energize you and which ones drain you. Journaling makes you aware of how much you overstimulate your mind. When you consistently journal, then you see how messy and scattered your thoughts are and how often you reach for something to distract yourself. And when you become aware, when you see all of that, then you get the opportunity to change it. After many years of journaling, my journal has become my sincere, dear friend, a trustworthy friend, a friend that never judges me, never misunderstands me, never turns away from me because of what I said or the way I think. And it has become a place where I feel safe to be completely myself, to be completely honest, because my thoughts and my emotions are not filtered or questioned here. And that's what makes it kind of sacred. And when it is sacred, I don't want to share it with anyone. It's completely private, and I think you shouldn't share it either. So if you ever feel lost in the noise of life, journal to find yourself back. If you feel anxious and you see yourself reaching for something to distract yourself, journal instead. Journaling is the safe way back home to yourself. I hope this journaling video helped you start journaling.